junction. Let us try to understand how the p-n junction is formed. In today's class, we will try to understand how the p-n junction is formed. Now, if you see, we have p-type semiconductor in which the majority carriers are holes. Similarly, we have n-type semiconductor in which the majority carriers are electrons. In p-type, majority are holes. In n-type, majority carriers are electrons. These are two different materials. Now, by somehow, if we bring these two materials together and if you keep them in contact, that means like this, then what happens is there will be a common surface will be formed. If you see, this is nothing but your common surface. This common surface we are generally calling it as p-n junction. It is a junction which is formed between p-type and n-type materials, so we are calling it as p-n junction. Now, after forming this p-n junction, what will happen? After forming the common surface, what will happen? Let us see. Now, if you see n-type material, the majority carriers are electrons, whereas electrons are minority carriers in p-type material. That means if you see, the concentration of electrons is higher in n-type material, whereas the concentration of electrons is lower in case of p-type materials. That means by joining these two materials, we have actually created from n to p, if you see, a concentration gradient of electrons. Concentration gradient of electrons. We know that, we already seen while discussing about diffusion current. Wherever there is a concentration gradient, what happens is the charged particles will be diffused from high concentration region to low concentration region. That means what? So some of the electrons from n region which are having high concentration, in which we have high concentration, will be diffused into p region, and whenever the electrons are diffused from n region to p region, here what happens is we will be getting holes. This is nothing but positive charge. As a result of diffusion, what is happening is we are actually after diffusion, what is happening is in n side we have positive charge and in p side we have negative charge across your p-n junction region. That means what? Here we have actually created a separation of negative charge and positive charge. This is happened because of diffusion of electrons from n region to p region because of the existence of concentration gradient, that is the high concentration of electrons in n region and low concentration of electrons in p region. Now, after diffusion, we have a situation where towards n region we have positive charge, and this is actually that positive charge towards n region, and towards p region we have negative charge which are actually separated, so that we are actually produced some electric field from positive to negative. So this is the net positive charge and this is the net negative charge, and so that we have actually produced some we have built some electric field within this particular p-n junction region of width W. So the field produced because of diffusion process in p-n junction is known as built-in potential or built-in field. The corresponding potential is also known as built-in potential, and this field is also known as barrier field. What do you mean by barrier field? Let us try to understand. Now, after forming this particular built-in field, still in n region we have more number of electrons when compared to p region. So the electrons are trying to come towards p region, but what happens is here already the sufficient accumulation of electrons is taken place because of diffusion. So these particular electrons are going to oppose the further diffusion of electrons from N region to P region. That means what? The field, the built-in field that is generated as a result of diffusion is no longer allowing the further diffusion of electrons from N region to P region. That means the built-in field is acting like barrier for the diffusion for further from N region to P region. That is the reason why this built-in potential or built-in field is also known as barrier field. Now, on the other hand, if you take this junction region, the number of positive charged particles must be equal to number of negative charged particles. That means if you take this entire p-n junction region, there is no net charge. There is a depletion of net charge. Net charge is 0. There is a depletion of net charge, and hence this region is also known as depletion region. This region is also known as depletion region. So this is how the p-n junction is formed. P-n junction is formed by bringing the p-type and n-type materials together, and hence forming a common surface and establishing a concentration gradient. After forming the concentration gradient, there will be a process called diffusion of electrons takes place from N region to P region, which results in the formation of some electric field, which is known as built-in field or built-in potential or barrier field. And within this p-n junction region, actually there is no net charge. So we are calling this particular region as depletion region. This is how the particular p-n junction is formed. Now in the next class we are going to see the energy band diagrams for corresponding p-n junction region. So that will be in our next class. Thank you.